Well, hey there, parents. Tracy and I want to welcome you into the studio, and this is the first video in our Parenting 201 series, which is all about how to use our resources online for parenting teens. Right? Our 101 series was for parenting kids, but if you're watching this, you probably have some teens. And why is parenting teens so different than parenting kids, Tracy?
Yeah, well, when we're parenting our younger kids, it's easier to control their environment. It's easier to have the boundaries, and they can't talk back, and they're not trying to explore their own identity.
Right.
But our teenagers are away from us more than they're home. They're exploring their own individuality.
Yeah.
They've got friends, and it's just more complicated.
Yeah, and so we talk with parents of teens all the time, and using our resources for parenting teens is a lot harder than using our resources for parenting kids. And so that's what we're going to do in this first video. It's kind of like an introduction to our resources, the philosophy behind our resources, and really how they can be used, even when you have teens at home, maybe even some teens that don't really want to talk.
Right.
How to use those things.
Right, because the reality is, and maybe you've come across this series and you're thinking, well, it just seems a little late. My teenager is always in their room, they close their door, I ask how their day is, I'm asking how things are going, and they close off and they're not interested.
Right.
So it's going to take this is where you're going to have to take that step and to be brave and to maybe put yourself out there by saying, hey kid, hey teenager, I want to be in your life. And so we're going to have some conversations, and it's okay to say, kids, this is what we're going to do, because your teenager, even though they don't act like they want to talk, they do. They want to talk, they need to talk.
Right. So let me just explain real quick how our resources are designed to work. It's all about creating conversations, about empowering conversations. And it works really well in the home. Tracy and I use it with our kids at home, and it has really impacted them in a meaningful way. And the idea then is to watch a short video like this one that sort of sets the trajectory for the conversation, and then you use the discussion questions to talk about it. Now again, that you're thinking about your teen, and that probably sounds like they'll never do that, and they might not do it, but we've actually put together a series called Family 101 that it's designed exactly for parents and their teens. In fact, it's where we sit down with our kids, our teens, and we talk through tough topics. Again, we're not trying to preach at anyone. We're not trying to cram anything down anyone's throat. We're trying to spark a conversation with real people so that you guys can have a real conversation. So that's really what we're going to encourage you to do, is start with that Family 101 series and say, we're going to take this challenge for these next 10 weeks. We're going to talk through these 10 topics. And so if you check that out, I think that might really make a lasting impact on your parenting and on your students' lives. So that's what these resources are all about. Again, if you're new to the resources, you might want to check it out, kind of look around the student section, the parenting section, the life section, the leadership section.
Well, and I think to go back to your prior point, our kids at first, when we started doing this, they didn't seem very excited about it.
Yep.
But over time, we just kind of made a decision. Like every week, we were going to make time in our family dynamic to make this happen. So usually for us, it was after dinner on a certain weeknight.
Yep.
And some of the time, our kids seemed bored with the idea, or our son was, a little distracted at times. But what happened over time is, as they saw that it had value, as they saw that we wanted to hear their perspective, that it wasn't just us telling them what to think or how to feel, they started to buy into it. And every conversation we've had now has really yielded some great conversations. We get into their world, into their heads, into their hearts. I mean, that's what parents want, right? Part of the stress of parenting teenagers is, I don't know what's going on. They won't talk to me. So our resources help to create that opportunity for you to have a conversation.
Yeah, and we're going to be honest. Our daughter's an introvert, and she's now 17. She did not want to do this at first. And parents, your kids probably won't want to do this at first, but you're the parent. They're the kid. We're like, this is what we do. When you're the parent, you can do what you want to do. And the great thing is now that we have a conversational culture in our home, she's the one that says after dinner, hey, it's family time. She doesn't let me go to my office or you to go to the room or AJ to go do homework. She's like, no, we're going to sit down and have a meaningful conversation. And I love that. I think it proves that every kid wants to be heard. Every kid wants to talk about stuff. But most kids don't know how to. And most parents don't know how to. And that's why we've created our tools. Right. So let's, Tracy, just real quick, talk through these two principles that we've really believe in that are connected to our tools. The first one is the principle of discovery. And parents need to hear this.
Yeah, because it's not lecturing your kids and telling them how to think. It's helping them discover how they need to think
Right.
about things.
And that's what conversations do.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's when you ask a question that you're not answering for your kids, that you give your kids an opportunity to express their own opinion, and to hear from them, you'll learn so much.
Yep.
So they need to be a part of discovering how that truth or how that topic applies to them specifically.
Yeah, and all of our videos set the trajectory and give you some good solid values and truth to go off of. So you don't have to feel like you need to preach at them. It's almost like you're walking shoulder to shoulder with your students saying, "What did you think about that video?" Hitting those questions and letting them get it out, letting them talk.
Right.
And that's so valuable for us. It's like we have to remember to bring duct tape to those conversations.
Yes.
Most parents probably do, because we want to start preaching at them.
Or we think that's our only opportunity to say something
Yes.
of value.
But if you commit to a conversational culture, then over time you can trust that they're going to discover your values.
Yes.
They're going to discover what you want them to discover, and that's exactly what our kids
Yeah,
have done.
absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the discovery principle. Don't preach at your kids. Let them discover truth, and our tools help make that possible. They know all of your sermons already, trust me. They already know what you're going to say about almost everything, right? So shock them and don't say it.
Yeah.
Let a video say it, and then draw it out in conversation.
Right.
So that's discovery. Second principle is the principle of ownership.
Yes, and I feel like we're feeling that at a different level with a daughter that's almost ready to go to college.
Yeah.
That if we're having these conversations and she's discovering things, but she's not learning how to take ownership of that and to really
Right.
put it into her own life, then we're missing a very key ingredient that when she goes off to college, then it's just going to be, well, I'm just going to make up things as I go because
Yeah.
I never learned to own anything myself.
That's right.
So you really want your teenager to take ownership of the things that they learn and to be responsible and to have the accountability of saying, I need to learn how to apply this to my life, because there's a day where I'm going to leave this house and my choices and my consequences are for them, and we can't protect them from that.
Yeah, and too many parents, I think, smother their kids, make all the choices for their kids all the way through high school, and then the kid gets out into college. That's why so many kids struggle in college
Yeah.
with life choices,
Oh, yeah.
doing some pretty stupid stuff because they were sheltered, they were sort of lorded over in the home. They never took ownership for their own stuff. They were never encouraged to, and then they don't know how to.
Right, they're not equipped.
They're not equipped.
Right.
So we've said from the very beginning, just over the years as our kids have gotten older, we give the ownership shifts from us to them. When they were
Right.
babies, we owned it all. But as they're moving out,
Right.
they have to own more and more of their choices, their actions,
Right.
their thoughts.
Right.
But conversations help I think families to get to that. And so remember those two principles. The principle of discovery, that if truth and values are discovered, you can't cram them down your kids' throats, and then teach them over time to take ownership. That's what our tools will help you to do. Again, you can learn more about how those tools work, but it's really that simple. Watch a short video, talk about it. Empower this conversation, and then just do it over and over and over again. And again, parents, I want to encourage you, if you're going to continue to go through some of these parenting videos, that's great. But when you want to bring it to your students, go to that family page and go to Family 101 and start doing these conversations with your students.